2004, I was elected on the board of the Wikimedia Foundation, which is the non-profit hosting Wikipedia, and later became its chair. During this 4 years time frame period, Wikipedia jumped from 500,000 to 10 million articles, which is quite a number. And during the same time frame, some people kept calling me at home, sometimes over dinner time, or during the weekend, or during the night. At 3 o'clock in the morning, I would get some phone calls from a woman saying, "Hello, are you Florence Devouard, the president of Wikimedia Foundation?" To which I would answer, "Yes, it's 3 o'clock in the morning." And then she would go on, "You know, there is a mistake in an article on Wikipedia, you need to fix it now." Right. There were some people who truly believed that even on a website with 10 million articles, the board was fixing and validating each article. The website was actually not edited by the board, of course. It was edited by a wonderful community, and maybe some of you belong to this community. Is that the case? No one? Please, make an effort. Okay, one person, that's insufficient. So this community was working in a certain way, which we call the wiki culture. The wiki culture brought me many skills, civic, social, cultural skills, and this is what I would like to talk to you about, to share some thoughts about this today. Back in 2001, I was working in a small company making decision-making tools in sustainable agriculture using sensor and satellite data. I was a self-confessed geek. I loved video games, I loved science fiction books and movies, and I knew nothing about Wiki. Well, back in 2002, nobody knew anything about wikis anyway. I was, from time to time, speaking in front of an audience, bosses, peers, sponsors, customers, and some of my most epic experiences occurred when I was talking in agricultural fairs, such as precisely this one, south of Paris. Most of the time, I was speaking in front of an audience of agricultural farmers, and I was telling them about the software we were working upon. And most of the time, my audience was silently and passively listening to me and my explanation. I got no feedback whatsoever from them, no criticism, no commenting, nothing. They were just listening to me passively. They were just consumers. And the same goes for many conferences. Traditionally, the speaker is the expert, and a few people have the power to record or to copy what the speaker is saying. From time to time, and more recently for the past 5 years or so, it's possible to live comment conferences using tools such as Twitter. How many of you have sent at least one tweet in the past 30 minutes? Just a handful of them. So you could do even better than that. For example, you could co-create with the speaker. You could co-create with the speaker in collaborating on an editing pad. The people editing there are somewhere in the room. Can they please put their hands? Thank you. So these people can either choose to strictly record my message without any differences, or they can choose to augment my message in adding their own comments, their own thoughts. That's pretty much up to them, right? To the point that now most of your eyes are looking at this screen, focusing on these people, or on what these people are writing, and no more on me who's the speaker on stage. So that's the first step in a wiki culture. It's being able to create content. It may be creating a new software, such as the software I was working in agricultural fairs, or it may be co-creating, participating to the creation of a car, or it may be participating to an encyclopedia, or it may be participating to take notes during a conference. The key word there is, and it's also very much part of the wiki culture, never try to be bold and never try to always fit the rules, try to have some to ignore them from time to time. So, how did I come to this wiki culture? Well, thanks to a Canadian gamer. He made me discover Wikipedia. I'm pretty sure that all of you know Wikipedia right now and use it because it's a big internet success. Just a couple of figures. For the past 5 years, it has been the 5th most visited website in the world. Comscore announced yesterday 517 million unique visitors per month. In terms of content, we accumulated about over 20 million articles in more than 270 languages. So that's big, that's huge. It's a big internet success. How do we do it? Well, we have a way of doing it. We consider that nobody knows everything, but everybody knows something, and we invite people to share in this knowledge with us. They said when I discovered Wikipedia, this was it. This is a screenshot taken in 2001, a couple of months after the creation. It was tiny, very tiny. It had a very small community of a handful, dozens of contributors at most. This was just the beginning of the French language, and this is a screenshot I took myself. And it was running, it was completely unknown, of course, and it was running on a very, very, very simple wiki platform. So for those of you who do not know the difference between a wiki and Wikipedia, that's very simple. A wiki is a software. It's a platform. There are over 100 different wiki software that you may use, and Wikipedia is only one of them. There are many others. In 2004, Wikipedia started being more well-known, more renowned and mentioned in mainstream media. So suddenly many websites and many projects started running on wiki software. Some of them were private, some of them were public, some were just very small and discreet, and others became more popular. I have 2 examples. The first one is Wikipedia. Wikipedia is a multilingual encyclopedia dedicated to environmental sustainability. And I have another one. This is Minecraft Wiki, which is a website documenting the amazing creative game, Minecraft, where the gamers can do constructions out of textured cubes in a 3D generated environment. If you want to try a playful way of collaboration, do try Minecraft. I have a memory of my early days on Wikipedia. One day, we got an email from a completely panicked visitor. He said, "You guys have a very big problem, security-wise. You know what? I can change the content of your website. I can edit the pages. This is a big problem. This is a bug." To which we would kindly answer, well, it's actually not a bug, it's a feature. And this feature at that time was completely unknown. It was completely new. Later, we referred to this feature as the edit button. We loved the edit button. We celebrated the edit button. We even made pins out of the edit button, and we also made a movie about the edit button.
There's an edit button. Just click on it, find the place where the text is, and edit. And then click save. It's that easy.
The cool thing about Wikipedia is that you can change things. You don't need anybody's permission, and it's not hard. It looks a little bit daunting at first, but it's really not hard.
People don't realize, they don't know, it's some sort of blindness that people read articles and they don't see that edit button.
Click on that button and see what happens.
Edit.
When you open yourself to something and you go and start editing, all kinds of other things can happen, and that's a really beautiful, like it can be just a starting point. And so it's an invitation for more life somehow.
Whenever we start an article, we don't like it because you find it ugly, but wait just hours and see how it will be developed to great article.
The edit button. Click it and change something, save page. You've made a difference to the whole world.
Save.
All those are my friends. So later, Some people even designed a universal editing button. The idea was to make it clear for people writing on the web that a website could be editable. For those inclined to do it, it was just a reminder. For the others, it was an invitation to the thrill of contributing to a common resource. But there is a but. In 2008, I had the luck of being invited to the Forum of Davos. It was an amazing week, truly amazing. But at the same time, there was something weird. The Wikimedia Foundation was invited because we were nominated to be a technology pioneer. Mind the term. It could have been a cultural pioneer, a social pioneer, an educational pioneer. No. This was not the case. We were nominated to be a technology pioneer. Because as soon as you put something online, get it online, such as Wikipedia, well, it's considered to be a technology innovation. At the same time, 6 months later, I became an independent worker. I provide services related to online collaboration websites, such as citizen science websites. And from time to time, I train adults in wiki methodology. And what do you think they ask for? They want help to choose the software, set up the database, to fix the plugins, to implement the extensions. In short, they want tech stuff and nothing else. And there's a big problem there because a wiki website is actually not about technology. It's a social innovation, it's a social challenge. And what the people learn in the mindset of the community working on this site is related to collaboration, boldness, openness, flat hierarchies, participative decision-making process, and trust. Lots of trust. It's about a social thing. So when people participate to such sites, they do learn certainly to use a new software, but what they mostly learn is related to soft skills. So, but a year ago, I joined a project called the Wiki Skills Project, which is funded by European Union. And the project aims to analyze and to apply benefits of wiki tools and wiki-alike tools, such as Etherpad, which I showed before, or such as the Google Docs, to long-term, lifelong learning programs, with the expectation of empowering things such as civic behavior, social inclusion, employability, cultural understanding, and autonomous learning. So we created some resources as well as some scenarios which are entirely published under free license. And we hope that it can be useful for teachers and trainers to implement such product. And we hope it can be useful for actually anyone who wants to make the world a better place. To summarize, on the Etherpad document, thank you. To summarize in a few words what is about the wiki culture, it's something related to open editing, related to transparent processes, to trust in myself and trust in others, Anna, Jennifer, Julie, Eve, and it's also related to lots of love. And I thank you very much.